You know that feeling? When you're dealing with credit card debt, it can feel like you're just stuck on a treadmill, running and going nowhere. But what if I told you there's a playbook? A clear set of strategies to not just hop off that treadmill, but to actually start sprinting towards financial freedom. Well, that's exactly what we're going to build together today. Let's dive in.
Does this look familiar? That feeling of making payments every single month, only to check your statement and see the balance is barely budged? It's just so frustrating. But you know what? Understanding why that cycle happens is the absolute first step to breaking free for good.
So first up, we need to really understand our opponent here, the credit card debt trap. Let's break down exactly why carrying a balance on your cards is so darn expensive and what makes it so incredibly hard to escape.
Okay, think about this for a second. Unlike, say, a mortgage, the crazy high interest you pay on credit cards, it's not tax deductible at all. It is pure cost. That means every single dollar you pay in interest is a dollar you're never, ever going to see again. And believe me, it adds up faster than you think.
And it's not just about the money you're losing to interest either. Carrying high balances actively hurts one of your most important financial tools, your credit score. There's this key number to watch, 30%. The moment your credit utilization goes above that, it really starts to drag your score down.
So how does this all actually work under the hood? In this next part, we're going to demystify those two huge drivers we just talked about, the powerful compounding effect of interest and that all-important credit utilization ratio.
All right, let's do a quick thought experiment. Picture this. You've got a $5,000 balance on a credit card. If you only, and I mean only, pay that tiny minimum payment they ask for each month, how long do you think it would take to be totally debt-free? A year? Maybe 2?
The real answer is pretty shocking. And a pretty average 15% interest rate, just making that $100 minimum payment, means it would take you, get this, 79 months to pay it off. That's over 6.5 years. And the true cost? You'd shell out almost $3,000 extra, just in interest. That, my friends, is the debt trap in action. So let's lock in a really clear definition for that other key piece of the puzzle, your credit utilization ratio. It's simple, really. It's just the amount of credit you're using divided by your total credit limit. It's a snapshot of how much you're relying on that credit.
And why is this one number so important? Well, look at this. It makes up roughly 30% of your entire credit score. That's huge. It's one of the biggest factors in the whole calculation, right behind your payment history. Keeping this number low is absolutely crucial for a healthy score.
Okay, we've talked enough about the problem. Let's get into the solutions. This right here is your playbook. We are going to walk through 4 different, proven strategies you can use to start tackling this debt head-on starting today.
All right, the 2 most popular ways to do this are called the debt avalanche and the debt snowball. Think of the avalanche as the pure math approach. You attack the debt with the highest interest rate first, no matter the balance. This will save you the most money in the long run, period. The snowball, on the other hand, is all about psychology. You go after the smallest balance first to get a quick, motivating win. That feeling of success helps build momentum. You know, the best strategy is the one you'll actually stick with.
Now, while both methods definitely work, it is worth pointing out that, from a purely financial perspective, the debt avalanche is going to get you out of debt faster and save you more cash. It's simple math.
Okay, a third strategy in our playbook is the balance transfer. This is where you move your debt from a high-interest card over to a brand new one that's offering 0% interest for a while. The catch? You got to watch out for that transfer fee, usually 3 to 5%. And you absolutely 100% must have a plan to pay it all off before that intro period ends and the interest rate skyrockets.
And our final play is debt consolidation. The idea here is really simple. You take out one single new loan, like a personal loan with a much lower interest rate, and you use it to pay off all your credit cards at once. Bam! This simplifies everything down to one single monthly payment, and it can save you a ton of money on interest.
Listen, getting out of debt is a massive victory. It really is. But staying out of debt, that's the real championship. So let's talk about the habits you need to build for long-term success.
These habits are so simple, but they are incredibly powerful. I mean, physically putting your credit cards in a drawer creates a real barrier to impulse spending. This is also the perfect time to actually track your expenses and see where your money's going. But one of the most effective tricks? Seriously, try switching to cash for a little while.
And that's not just a feeling, you know? It's actually backed by research.
When you use cash, you physically see the money leaving your hand. It just feels more real. And because of that, people naturally spend less. It's a simple little psychological trick that really works.
Wow. We've covered a lot of ground, right? From how debt actually works to the plays you can run to beat it. So now, let's just bring it all home and focus on the absolute most important takeaways for your journey ahead.
If you only walk away with 3 things today, please make it these. Number 1, the minimum payment is a trap. Always pay more. Number 2, go after your highest interest debt first. It is the fastest way out and it will save you the most money. And number 3, stop digging the hole deeper. Avoid taking on any new debt while you're focused on paying off the old stuff.
I know this can all feel a little overwhelming, but getting out of debt is 100% an achievable goal. It's not magic, it's not a mystery, it's a process. And now you have the playbook. You know what to do.
So the only real question left is this. Looking at everything we just went through, what's your first step forward going to be? What's that one concrete thing you can do today? Because choosing that step, well, that's the real beginning of your journey. Thanks for joining us for this explainer.